Over the past few weeks I've been traveling around Thailand with the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. But not just the ActionCam version, I have been using the Flash and Print bundle. So in this video I'll be focusing more on the camera's photography capabilities. That said, I've also brought back some video samples to show what the camera can do, from bright daylight to challenging low-light scenarios. So let's get started. Hi, my name's Jay and I shoot pictures. So let's start with some technical specs for all you nerds out there. The Ace Pro 2 is an action camera with a 1/1.3 inch 50 megapixel sensor for photos and 8K video, which is unusually large for an action camera. It has a fixed focal length of 13mm, that's a 35mm full frame equivalent, and it has an f2.6 aperture. It also features a 2.5 inch touchscreen that you can flip up 180 degrees. This lets you watch your own video while recording or taking selfies. The Ace Pro 2 charges at up to 30 watts, allowing it to be fully charged in just under 50 minutes. The Flash and Print bundle also includes a second battery. With the Explorer grip you can attach a small cage to the ActionCam, effectively turning it into a compact camera. The Explorer grip has its own battery that charges the ActionCam, thereby extending its runtime. It also features a dedicated shutter button, a zoom wheel and a control dial that lets you directly select photo modes. The reason I bought the Ace Pro 2 is Insta360's innovative approach of offering the camera as part of a photography bundle. This lets you turn the ActionCam into a compact little camera that fits easily into your jacket pocket when you're traveling, so you can take photos that you can then print out right away using the pocket printer. But more on that later. Since the camera was developed in collaboration with Leica, you get 17 different photo simulations, or filters to choose from. This allows you to give every situation its own unique look. In the settings you can choose between 12 megapixel and 50 megapixel resolution with a 4:3 aspect ratio. At 16:9 the resolution drops to 37 or 9 megapixels. While the 50 megapixel images provide more detail, the 12 megapixel mode automatically enables HDR, giving scenes a bit more dynamic range. Of course, the camera also has a manual mode that lets you adjust settings like shutter speed, ISO, exposure and white balance yourself. All of this works in combination with the photo simulations too. You can also enable face detection to ensure your subject is always in sharp focus, which is pretty useful for video and vlogging. Now let's talk about the highlight of the Flash and Print bundle. In addition to the Explorer grip and a nice leather carrying case, the bundle includes the pocket printer. In true 1980s style you can use it to create Polaroid-like instant photos. The pocket printer connects to the camera via Bluetooth and can be docked onto the camera using the guide rail. This even gives you the classic look of a Polaroid camera. However, this is a bit impractical and bulky in the long run, which is why I usually keep the printer in my bag and only use it when I really want to print something. With the latest update to the Insta360 app, you can now also print any photos from your phone using the printer, which makes it even more appealing. A cartridge of photos holds up to 10 pictures and costs about €10. But now let me tell you a bit more about the video mode. After all, that is what this thing is made for, right? You can record up to 8K at 30 FPS, or 4K at 120 FPS, or even 1080p at 240 FPS. This makes for some awesome slow motion footage. In addition to slow motion, you can also create time-lapse videos, interval recordings and free-frame shots. And you can even use the camera as a dashcam or webcam. And for all the color junkies and pros out there, you can also film in iLog. The battery lasts just under 2 hours, but this is extended to over 4 hours with the Explorer grip. The camera weighs about 420 grams with the Explorer grip, which makes it perfectly portable. With a pocket printer, the total weight comes to about 660 grams. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2 features multiple built-in microphones with improved wind protection for stereo audio recording. Insta360 doesn't specify the exact number of microphone capsules, but the camera supports built-in stereo microphones, intelligent wind noise reduction, as well as external microphones via USB-C, Bluetooth or the mic adapter with a 3.5mm jack. Particularly interesting, DJI mic and mic 2 work right out of the box, as well as Rode Wireless Go 2, Hollyland Lark and others. To give you a better idea, I've included a short clip here that I recorded with the Fire Dance group. I think the sound is very good for coming straight out the camera, but listen for yourself. So what's my verdict after a few weeks with the Ace Pro 2? Overall, there are far more positives than negatives. Let's start with a few downsides. Like many current models, the Ace Pro 2 gets very hot when shooting in 4K, and at a certain point it will shut down. So if you plan on filming for 3 hours straight in hot temperatures, that's not going to work. It'll likely give up after 30 to 40 minutes. The Explorer grip continuously charges the camera until the grip's battery level drops to 15%. It's already happened to me a few times that the grip's battery runs out and I can no longer use it even though the camera is still fully charged. Or at least the low battery warning keeps popping up. It would have been nice if you could set the percentage yourself to determine how long the grip should charge the camera. The low light video mode, also called pure video, produces significantly better results, but it also reduces the FPS to a maximum of 30. And even then there is quite some noise and artifacts in the image. It's good, but nowhere near as brilliant as it's portrayed in the marketing materials. As fun as it is to shoot with the Ace Pro 2 as a photography camera, there are still limits. Of course, you can tell that at the end of the day, this is an action camera. The idea of turning it into a photography camera is brilliant in my opinion, but due to the relatively wide angle lens, it's mainly suitable for vacations, action shots, street photography, and occasionally a portrait picture. So here are a few things I really like about it. First, the wide range of features. The camera comes with so many built-in features and modes that it's hard to think of anything else you might want. From preset modes like slow motion, time-lapse and pure video to gesture and voice control, underwater mode and AI support. It really offers a lot. Then there is the compact design. The camera is just small enough to carry with you everywhere. Just pop it in your pocket and you're good to go. It's basically the always ready camera. But the best reason, and ultimately the reason I bought it, is the versatility you can achieve with the accessories. You get a very powerful ActionCam for all your needs. Slip it into the Explorer grip and boom, you've got a camera for street photography. Plug it in the pocket printer and you have an instant camera. Get the waterproof case and you have a diving camera. With the attachable macro lens you can take close-ups, and with the magnetically detachable sun visor you can see the screen even in bright sunlight. On its own, the Ace Pro 2 is already a very capable action cam, but with its accessories it becomes an incredibly versatile beast packed with features, and in my opinion at a very reasonable price. I highly recommend it and will definitely be carrying it around with me more often in the future.